Hello students, welcome to SR Concepts. I am Ravi Verma and in this video we will discuss the topic mole concept. So what is a mole? We will learn about it. I have collected a number of definitions of mole here and I will be explaining them one by one. So it is students, first of all let's learn about what is the meaning of the term mole. Right. So mole is simply a counting unit in chemistry. This is just like a dozen, right? This is just like a dozen. For example, if you ask someone to give you 1 dozen of bananas, right, he will give you 12 bananas. In the same way, if you speak 1 mole of carbon atoms, if you speak 1 mole of carbon atoms, then it will be equal to 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 carbon atoms, right? So if something is in such a big number, if something is equal to this much number, right, then it is a mole. So let's learn one by one the definitions of mole. First of all, what is written here? A group of 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 particles of a substance is called a mole of that substance. So it is students, if we collect this much number of particles of any substance, the particles of the substance may be atoms, molecules or ions. You have learned that if we talk about carbon or if we talk about iron, its particles will be atoms. If we talk about water, then its particles will be water molecules. And if we talk about salt, common salt, that is NaCl, then its particles will be ions. So once again, let's understand what is 1 mole. 1 mole is that much amount of a substance in which 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 particles are present. Okay, let's look at this another definition. It is defined as the amount of substance which contains the same number of particles as there are carbon atoms in exactly 12 gram of carbon. So dear students, 12 gram carbon contains 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 carbon atoms, right? So you can learn here the amount of substance which contains the same number of particles as there are carbon atoms in exactly 12 grams of carbon. That means again they are speaking the same thing, they are telling the same thing as it is written here. So amount of any substance having this much number of particles is 1 mole. So what we can say that 1 mole contains 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 particles. And you know this number is called Avogadro's number because this concept was given by Avogadro, a scientist. Then another very beautiful definition, very good definition of mole is given. What is written? An amount of a substance that contains Avogadro's number of atoms, ions, molecules or any other chemical unit is called a mole. So mole is simply that amount of substance which contains number of particles equal to Avogadro's number. Because these particles are very small, that's why we have made a very big bunch of particles, a very big count as a mole, right? So even a small can of cold drink, if there is a metal can of cold drink or if you have a metal glass or metal spoon, that may have 1 mole or more of the moles of a particular metal, right? So the number of atoms, number of molecules, ions is actually very big because they are very small, right? That's why we have used this whole bunch, this big bunch of particles as a mole. Okay, now let's move on to the next slide. So certain examples are given here. Here you can see this is the same definition, amount of matter that contains as many objects, as many particles as the number of atoms in isotopically pure carbon 12, and this number is called Avogadro's number. Now certain examples are given. For example, if someone says 1 mole carbon atoms, that means how many atoms? This much. If someone says 1 mole water molecules, then this much water molecules. If someone says 1 mole nitrate ions, then this much number of nitrate ions. Okay, suppose if somebody doesn't speak this word, if someone says simply 1 mole water, then you will think that water exists in the form of molecules. That's why he is speaking of 1 mole of water molecules. In the same way, if someone says 1 mole carbon, then this you should automatically understand that carbon exists in the form of atoms. Then if someone is speaking 1 mole carbon only, if someone is speaking 1 mole carbon, that means 1 mole carbon atoms, because carbon exists in the form of atoms, right? Okay, so you need to find out what is the representative particle of the substance. Representative particle of the substance means the fundamental particle which constitute the pure substance, which constitute that particular pure substance. For example, if we talk about certain metal like iron, if we talk about iron, then this is clearly understood that iron exists in the form of atoms, because wherever there is iron, there are iron atoms. But if we talk about hydrogen, if we talk about hydrogen gas, so wherever hydrogen, this is actually hydrogen molecules. So hydrogen gas is made up of molecules, or we can say that the hydrogen gas exists in the form of hydrogen molecules, right? So the representative particle for hydrogen is H2 molecule. So for iron it was an atom, but for hydrogen gas it is a molecule. In the same way, if we talk about water, again the representative particle for water is H2O molecule, H2O molecule. But if we talk about NaCl, which is an ionic compound, then the representative unit is actually the formula unit, that is NaCl. What is formula unit? We have already discussed in the online classes, right? I will make a separate video for this topic, what is formula unit, right? So we will be learning this, we have already learned, and we will be going through a video also. So for ionic compound, whenever we talk about ionic compound, right, then formula unit is the representative of this substance. Okay, now let's come to certain important definitions. So dear students, the concept of mole is a very big concept, having a number of definitions, having a number of concepts all joined together, right? So in order to make the picture very clear, you have to understand these all terms. For example, what is molar mass? The mass of 1 mole of any substance is molar mass. For example, if we take 1 mole carbon, 1 mole carbon, its mass is 12 gram, its mass is 12 gram. So this 12 gram is the molar mass. This 12 gram, this mass is actually the molar mass of carbon. So if we are having 12 gram carbon, that means we have 1 mole of carbon or 1 molar mass of carbon, right? Okay, now molecular mass. Now if we talk about molecular mass, this is the mass of a single molecule of a substance. So these two terms are actually very much different, What is molecular mass? This is the mass of one molecule of any compound or of any element, right? So let's understand what is the definition. The molecular mass of a substance is the sum of atomic masses of all the atoms in a molecule of that substance. It is therefore the relative mass of a molecule expressed in atomic mass unit. Why this is relative mass? Because atomic mass is itself a relative mass, right? So in the same way, molecular mass is also a relative mass, and this is expressed in AMU, that is atomic mass unit. This is however nowadays called unified mass. So let's calculate the molecular mass of water. We know that water is H2O. The molecule of water is actually H2O. There are 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom. What we need to do? We need to sum up the masses of all these atoms. How to do? Atomic mass of hydrogen is 1, atomic mass of oxygen is 16, right? So now let's sum up them. There are 2 atoms of hydrogen, 2 into 1, because 1 is the atomic mass of hydrogen. There is one atom of oxygen, and the atomic mass of oxygen is 16. So 2 into 1 plus 1 into 16, total becomes 18 unit or 18 AMU or 18 unified mass. So this becomes the molecular mass of water. So this is how you will calculate the molecular masses. Now dear students, let's learn a little bit more about molar mass. I told you that molar mass is actually the mass of 1 mole of any substance. So dear students, suppose this is a beaker, and in this beaker you have taken 1 mole water. You have taken 1 mole water. This is the water molecule. This is the single molecule of water. And you know that water's molecular mass is 18 AMU. We have just calculated, right? That molecular mass of water is 18 AMU. So you need to find out the relation between molar mass and molecular mass and molecular mass. There is a very clear cut relation between molar mass and molecular mass. Let's find out. Look, this is the atom, this is the molecule, this is the molar mass. This is the molecule, this is the molar mass. If you collect this much number of molecules, then this becomes 1 mole of water. So in this beaker, how many molecules of water are there? 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 molecules of water. Now this is 1 mole of water, and the mass of 1 mole is called molar mass. So this is actually 18 gram. This is actually 18 gram. Now you can think something. Molecular mass is 18 U or AMU, and molar mass, which is the mass of 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 molecules, is 18 grams. So we can say that molecular mass and molar mass are numerically same or numerically equal. So for any substance, molar mass and molecular mass both are numerically equal. However, they are very much different things. They have different units. Molecular mass has the unit AMU, that is atomic mass unit, while molar mass has the unit grams. So whenever we express molecular mass of any substance in grams, it becomes the molar mass. Okay, so dear students, something which is very interesting to note here is what is molar mass? This is a generic term for the mass of 1 mole, right? And this is always equal to gram molecular mass or gram formula mass or gram atomic mass of that particular substance. If the substance exists in the form of atoms, then the molar mass will be equal to gram atomic mass. For example, if we talk about carbon, then molar mass of carbon or mass of 1 mole of carbon will be equal to its gram atomic mass. If we talk about water, then its molar mass will be equal to its gram molecular mass, because water exists in the form of molecules. Now if we talk about NaCl, which is an ionic compound. In case of ionic compound, the molar mass is calculated from gram formula mass, which is calculated from its formula unit. Okay. So let's move on to the next slide. Let's understand the term gram atomic mass here. Dear students, if we talk about the amount of an, first of all we will read this definition, then I will discuss, right? The amount of an element whose mass in grams is numerically equal to the atomic mass is called gram atomic mass. So if we talk about 1 mole of carbon, you know, its mass will be equal to gram atomic mass of carbon, and this will be calculated from the atomic mass, you know that atomic mass of carbon is 12U, so gram atomic mass will become 12 gram. So see what is written here, gram atomic mass of carbon is equal to atomic mass of carbon expressed in grams, that is 12 gram. Now you know that 12 gram is actually the molar mass of carbon, right? And this is actually 1 mole of carbon. So gram atomic mass is that amount of a substance which is equal to 1 mole of that substance, 1 mole of that particular element. In the same way, gram atomic mass of nitrogen, if we talk about gram atomic mass of nitrogen, then atomic mass of nitrogen is 14U, right? So 14 gram becomes the gram atomic mass of nitrogen, or we can say molar mass of nitrogen atoms is 14 gram, right? So dear students, there again I will like to tell you the relation. The relation is molar mass equal to gram atomic mass equal to atomic mass in grams. This is what you need to learn. This relation you need to learn. In the same way, if we talk about gram molecular mass, again this is the amount of any element or compound whose mass in grams is numerically equal to its molecular mass, right? So again what is written, this is the mass of 1 mole molecules of an element or compound in grams. We can say that this is the molar mass of molecules of an element or compound, right? So gram molecular mass of water, if we talk about this example, right? So what we will do, we will take molecular mass of water and express it in grams. Molecular mass of water, we have calculated that it is 18U, and if we express it in grams, then it will become 18 gram. So this is the gram molecular mass of water, and the same is the molar mass of water, that is mass of 1 mole. We can say 18 gram is 1 mole water. 18 gram is 1 mole water. So again I would like to tell you the relation, that molar mass means 1 mole quantity. Molar mass simply is 1 mole quantity, right? This is equal to gram molecular mass of the substance, right? And this is calculated by molecular mass expressed in grams. Now you should think molar mass is equal to either gram atomic mass or gram molecular mass or gram formula mass, depending on the representative particle of the substance. If suppose we have to calculate molar mass of any substance, then it will be equal to gram atomic mass if the substance exists in the form of atoms, or if the mole is of atoms. If the mole is of atoms, if there are 1 mole atoms, then this molar mass will be calculated by gram atomic mass. If the substance exists in the form of molecules, then the molar mass will be equal to gram molecular mass. Means if we are talking about the mole of molecules, then the molar mass will be equal to gram molecular mass. In the same way, if we talk about an ionic compound, then the molar mass will be equal to gram formula mass. Let's understand what is gram formula mass. Here you can see gram formula mass, the mass of 1 mole of an ionic compound. And this is calculated in the same way as molecular mass is calculated. For example, this is Fe2O3 is an ionic compound, and if we talk about its gram formula mass or its molar mass, right? This is an ionic compound, so its molar mass will be equal to gram formula mass. So how to calculate the gram formula mass, right? Dear students, Fe2O3, there are 2 atoms of iron, so there are 2 moles of iron, 2 atoms of iron, and atomic mass of iron is 55.85 grams, so the total becomes this much. And there are three atoms, there are 2 atoms of iron and 3 atoms of oxygen, right? Atomic mass of oxygen is 16 U, so it will become 48.00, right? The total becomes 159.70 grams, right? We can say that this much grams of iron oxide is actually 1 mole iron oxide. So dear students, hope you got the concepts. In the next video we will do certain calculations on this concept. Thank you.